Hey everyone. Happy Friday. Margaret Brown here, CEO and founder of socializela.com. I am working from home today. I had a lot of fun going live out from outside not too long ago, so I thought I'd do it again. And again, there's construction going on a couple houses down. So I hope that doesn't bother you too much. But today I am talking about our final quadrant of the Flex Your Influence digital spring cleaning. And so we've had a lot of preparation for this last quadrant, which I call pro moves. So all of this is above and beyond. So if you're watching the spring cleaning for the first time today and you're thinking, oh, fourth quadrant, I haven't even started on the first. That's fine, because knowing and knowledge is really important before you ever get started in doing something different in your business and your marketing. So here we are, quadrant one. And before we move on, I do want to give you a quick review on the first three quadrants. I'm not going to go through every single one of them, but I do want to just review them right here verbally, because I'm not going to bring it up on my screen. But we talked about the basics, and one of the biggest parts of the basics when you are doing something new, or you want to refresh your marketing, or something's not working, it's like getting your mindset right. Because I talk to a lot of business owners, all different types, and so many things keep us back from taking our business to the next level. I was just speaking to my husband today, and I was just really excited about a bunch of new, just the life that's happening in Socialize LA. It doesn't just happen. We work hard. I know a lot of people don't like when you say, "Oh, you're not supposed to work hard, you're supposed to work smart." Well, we do work hard. We work hard at doing things to create new opportunities. And so it's not a surprise to me when these opportunities come. Now, the thing is that when you're marketing and you're selling and you're networking and you're doing these things in your business, it doesn't always equate immediately to new business. So you see, oh, I did this post, it was a new client. Or I did this blog post, it was a new client. Oh, I invested in SEO, and then 2 days later, I got a new client. It doesn't always work that way. I'm not saying that it doesn't, and I'm not saying that it can't, but we have to trust the process, that as we are bringing more visibility to our company, the clients that we want to work with and the prospects waiting in the balances are seeing us as credible and likable through our content. So everything we do here at Socialize LA is about building your visibility, your credibility, and your likability. So mindset is huge. I talk to a lot of business owners who just say, oh, I don't want to, it's a scary investment. I mean, I'm constantly making scary, and maybe not constantly, but I strategically make scary investments into my company. And sure, they're difficult decisions. Sure, I lose a little sleep at night sometimes thinking, was this the right thing to do, or should I do this? And I'm thinking about, bringing someone else on to support the company. And it's like, do we need to do that? When is the right time, et cetera, et cetera. So mindset is super important. And in that same quadrant is setting your goals. So it's like, what are your goals? So if my goal is to run a marathon in September, I am not just going to show up to September and say, well, that was my goal, so I'm going to do it. Absolutely not. I am going to be training like a Olympian, my version of an Olympian. Between now and then, I'm going to be cross training. I'm going to be running. I'm going to be incrementally increasing my long runs every Friday. And so by the time I get to that marathon, I will be ready and to achieve my goal. Just because we have a goal in our head, if we don't put the actions behind it, forget about it. It's just a dream. It's just a pipe dream. It's just, something that we would love to do. So I want to urge you to take those strategic investments and risks in your business. And I'm not saying do it willy-nilly. All of us should have either a board of advisors or people that we trust that we can talk about business to. And if you don't, you need to find that support. as many of you know, we recently opened a second location of our company in Orange County, California. And I was speaking to one of the business owners there. I bought some Girl Scout cookies from his daughter. And, him and I were just talking, and we've already built a rapport. And I just said, hey, I slacked him and I said, hey, if you ever want to just talk business owner stuff, please know that I'm here, because I just felt like, I could just be a nice support for him and him for me, because we are very much in the same business. He has a marketing business. And so just really, really important to surround yourself with people that you can bounce things off of, because being a business owner does include taking risks if we want to grow. And risk can be scary. Anyway, mindset, that's the basics. If you want to watch that video, it is live on our YouTube. It's everywhere. Everywhere I go live, you can find the basics. But I will be sending a wrap-up email and you'll have the links to all of the videos. And all you need to do to get that is be on our email list. So if you're not on our email list, you can do that by downloading the spring cleaning digital guide, and it's right there in the show notes of this video. So just look there, and it's socializela.com/spring clean. It's a free guide, and then you will receive the instant replay. Quadrant number 2 was your prospect facing areas of your business. And just to recap this section, it's like, what is your prospect seeing? An example I used was, have you ever tried to do business with someone and they made it so difficult? You couldn't find their phone number. You couldn't send them an email. You emailed them, but they never got back to you. It was just like total, no lack of communication or outdated information. It's like, oh my gosh, are you even in business anymore? Social media posts haven't been updated since, 2019. I was going to say 1919. I don't know. So anyway, that's prospect facing. Super important that at least our prospect facing business is 100. Because even if the back of the house needs some help and some cleaning and some direction, at least the front of the house looks like 100. Okay. The third quadrant, which we talked about last week, was your internal places, your internal processes. And so one of the things that I will mention here, and I could be your team member's best friend, because I really, when I consult with companies, if they have a marketing team, I am always encouraging to keep the marketing team and the whole team, but specifically marketing, keep them creative, keep them in a place that's keeping them well supported and high morale, because these are the people who are speaking for your company in marketing. So how important is it that they are feeling alive and strong and motivated? And so I'm big on #workplace. And if you go to our Instagram handle is SocializeLA. Teresa, who manages our profiles, she did the most amazing reel yesterday. And she used footage from a month ago of me doing some, we had a meeting and I was in a boardroom and we were, hashing out ideas on a whiteboard. And then she cut to when we went to the beach to listen to some training, but I wanted to change the environment. We had to listen to training on my iPad, and we didn't have to be in the office to do it. So we took the 4-minute drive to Newport Beach and just had an amazing time, and we just let the ideas flow. But that's our idea of workplace. And the way we say workplace here is #work and then PLAYCE. So bring some play into it, bring some, some fun. And I highly recommend, and I know that you'll see the results in that. Lastly, we are on Pro Moves, quadrant number 4. Now, just so you know, every one of those quadrants had many more bullets. So get the digital spring cleaning. The videos are super short. They're under 20 minutes at the most. And I'm telling you, it will revive you. I've had some great feedback from listeners. And, Someone said you're constantly putting out content. Do you have a business behind it? Yes. But to be super transparent, as a marketer, 12 years in business, I have found that when you share value, people will come to you when they know that they need more. And so there is more. We can execute for you. We can help manage your teams in-house. We can help manage your agencies, other agencies that you work with. But yes, of course, we have a business, and we are always open to bring on new clients and bring new people into this Socialize LA family. But for situations like these, I am here to teach you. Okay. So that's what the digital spring cleaning is all about. So let's talk pro moves. Quadrant number 4, content plan. Content plan, I am misplanning. I love to plan. I am all about creating a plan because I have many goals, and I know that without a plan to reach them, it just is not going to happen. So with that, content planning can look so many different ways. We use what we call scratch calendars. Our Flex Your Influence community members have the 90-day content plan that they can just reuse, recycle, reuse, and it's just always different. It's created to be that way. But basically, before the month starts, this is ideal, what is going to happen. So it starts off with a conversation with yourself or your team, whoever's helping you manage your marketing. Say, how many posts do we want to do this month? Okay, great. 15. Awesome. How many stories do we want to do? We want to do 4 stories a week. Okay, great. Awesome. And what are our initiatives for the month? Like, what are we pushing? Is there a product that we're pushing? Is there an event? Is there a online course? Is there a lot of the people that we serve are business to business, or they are non-traditional, what you would call like an Instagram type of a company, meaning, I speak with a lot of people who say, I don't know if social media is for me. I'm not selling frozen yogurt. I'm not selling a product. I don't have an e-commerce store, but it's, they still have a product that they need to be out in the marketplace with. And for as much time as people spend online, no matter what type of business you have, whether it's technology, a construction company, you need to have some type of an online presence. Am I right? I'm right. So with that, that's what I mean by non-traditional. So that means you may not need to, like a restaurant. A restaurant should be live all the time, stories all the time. You as a more non-traditional, if you might say, I just want to do a few stories and like 2 reels a week and then 12 posts per month. Awesome. So I'm not saying that all these examples I'm using are for everyone. I want to give that disclaimer. But if that's where you decide to start, and then you go from there, having the what we want to accomplish done list before you get to the calendar is important. And then from there, you can say, all right, let's start putting all of these pieces onto this calendar puzzle. And now you have what we call a scratch calendar that has what you want to talk about for every post. And it is that much easier for you or your team to show up to content writing day knowing what needs to be done. Because I say this all the time, you are the expert in your field. And because you're the expert in your field, I can give you any of these content ideas that we talked about a month ago, and you could go live and talk about them for as long as you needed to. If you're a plumber, if you are a business coach, if you are an esthetician, if you are a restaurateur, you can talk about these industry topics in a way that will educate and excite people. So anyway, content plan, super important. If you don't know where to start, send me a message, because we have a lot of ways that you can start with a content plan. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you for stopping by. Okay, Number 2, review your business plan. I don't have a business plan. Okay, if you don't have a business plan, create a business plan. But a lot of times, and a lot of people that I work with and I are in talks with, I ask them, how are you doing in your business plan? It was moving forward in your marketing part of a bigger plan that that you've had in mind. And most people have not looked at their business plan in years, or they don't have one. And so business plans can look a lot of different ways. I have a lot of resources on companies who help businesses write business plans. The one-page business plan, I have a few people who are excellent in that. And so I could easily give you a referral to have someone to help you with that. Again, I love plans, and they help you to get from point A to point Z. So review your business plan. Where are you? Where did you want to be? And then refresh and get moving. Okay, number 3, competitor analysis. Okay, competitor analysis, you don't have to do anything fancy to do a competitor analysis. Who are the people that you are in competition with? Now, you heard me earlier talk about a gentleman who is in my same office space, and he also has a marketing company. Sure, we are kind of competitors, but at the same time, there's a lot of collaboration there as well. And so I don't really see it as a competition. I'm big on people do business with the person that they connect with the most. Some people connect with me as a marketer. Some people might connect with someone else as a marketer. And so no problem, right? There's enough business out there for everyone. But do a competitor analysis. Look at people who are very much in line with who you are, and also your indirect competition. So if there's indirect competition, so if someone could use a service that maybe you're not a have to have, maybe you're a want to have, then you'll have a lot of indirect competition. Like I just found out that Topgolf is coming to Southern California, 2 locations in the Inland Empire and in Los Angeles. I'm so excited. It's one of my favorite pastimes. But they have a lot of indirect competition, because I could spend the Topgolf money in a variety of ways. So they're going to have to make it super exciting, and they have to stay top of mind for people like myself to go and have a fun time at Topgolf. So think about your indirect competition and your competition. Look at what they're doing online. And I'm not telling you that to copy them, word for word, but you want to see where they're at. You want to see what others are doing. That's very important. That's like a very basic business skill, is to keep your pulse on the competition. Also, if you go to, we have a really fun tool on our website, and you can do an SEO audit on yourself. And you can also, in that same screen, you can also do a comparison with your SEO and in one competitor. And you can do this as many times as you want. So I just added it to the chat. So hopefully you see it inside the chat. It's socializela.com/SEO. And so you can get there on your own, but you can do it as many times as you want. You can do it 1,000 to 1,000 competitors if you want, and find out where you're landing. Okay. Number 4, analytics. Okay, who is looking at their analytics every month, every week, every day? How often are you looking? Are you not looking often enough? It's super important. Analytics is like a whole nother animal. And so, and when I say that, it could be its own video that we're going through, analytics. There are analytics experts, Amy Graves, who I see as an analytics expert, Google Analytics and such. But you need to know the basics at minimum. So how many people are coming to my website every week or every month? Okay, 10,000 people are coming to my website every month, yet I've got 0 interactions. They're taking 0 actions on your contact us page, or 0 actions on your join your subscribe list. There's an issue, because somehow people are coming to your website, but they're not taking an action. So that would say if you know, you and I were speaking and that's the story you told me, I would say, okay, let's look at your website to see maybe they're having a hard time finding the next step, the call to action, what you want them to take. What's the customer journey there? So that is an issue. So you need to look at your analytics. A lot of times I speak to business owners and they really want their social media numbers up. And there's nothing wrong with that. We are all about increasing numbers, increasing engagement. Most importantly, we want to see an increase in engagement. We want to see an increase in comments and shares, and the follows will come, because I see this a lot. I see people buying followers. And so now they have 10,000 followers, all unengaged. And it's such a telltale sign when you go on someone's Instagram. I'm sorry, I have to say this, folks, and this is going to call some of you out. And I don't mean to do this, but it was a wrong move. Buying 10,000 followers, and then you go on the post and there's either not updated content or the content has like 3 likes. So you don't want to do that. Don't buy followers just so you can say, I have all these followers. People are, the consumer and the person on the other side of that phone looking at your content, they are getting more and more sophisticated. So don't try and pull the wool over someone's eyes. Let's just be real. If you have 48 followers, rock it. Rock it until you get to 480. Rock it until you get to 4,800. Serve your 48 the way you would serve 4,800. Okay? Like, that is my honest opinion, because I see that as the most successful way to market your business online. I've said this again a million times, but I'll repeat it. Modern marketing is not a constant 24/7 billboard sign on the side of the freeway selling your company. Modern marketing is about building relationships. Modern marketing is about visibility, is about credibility, likability. It is about strengthening and nurturing relationships and being top of mind, being seen as the expert in your industry, the thought leader. And that's when the new opportunities come. And being consistent. And also not just throwing out content to see what sticks. Now, sometimes you have to do that at the beginning when you're trying to figure out what your audience actually wants. But when you figure out what they want, you give it to them in a methodical, strategic way. And then you have to have the mind to be able to bridge the marketing and the sales. That's where Socialize LA really, really succeeds, because we are, yes, we love content marketing, but we are constantly making sure that there is that bridge, that call to action, so that way sales can occur. All right, last bullet, website review. So right under analytics, because they go hand in hand. Okay, so again, if you are needing resources, can you please, you are more than welcome to message us, DM us, let us know what resources you're looking for. And I say that freely because we can just send you links of things that are available on our website. Some are free, some are paid, but hey, it's your business. So we've got to take some actions, right? But a website review will help you significantly when it comes to taking those website visitors from visitors to a conversion. So alongside with the website review is also like, is everything up to date? Do you need a new website? Do you need a refreshed website? Do you just need to go through the content and refresh it? A really easy thing to do with your website is say, okay, I'm going to update 1 page per week or 1 page per month, and update the content, update the images, and just refresh it. Make sure that you have your calls to action clear. The main area of your website is always in that first half, so it's on your screen as soon as people get there. Okay, so you above the scroll line, that's like the main thing. So you want to make sure to grab people so they want to scroll down. All right, so there's a lot to do with at that website review. Reach out to your website person. If you don't have a website person, we'd love to talk to you about what you might need or not need for your website. But it's so important. That is your online home base. That is your storefront. That is where people go to ultimately connect with you. Yes, they go to social media, but a lot of roads will lead to your website. All right, I think that's it. Wow, we got through, covered a lot of information. This video is definitely a little bit longer because we did do the Cliff's Notes version of the other 3 quadrants. I want to bring a couple things to your attention in the show notes here. There are 3 links that I want to bring to your attention. One is the spring cleaning link, so you can get the full download of what the spring cleaning entailed. Okay, so you get that. The second link, let me just double check. The second link is our free Facebook group, Modern Marketing Support Group. And the third one is the link to our open enrollment for the Flex Your Influence community. Open enrollment officially will begin on March 8th. But I will tell you right now that if you are interested, you want to go to that website, socializela.com/enroll, and just say, put me on the waiting list. Because those of you who are on the waiting list will be informed of all the bonuses and everything ahead of time. And then also, for those of you in the Modern Marketing Support Group, you will also be informed much earlier. And open enrollment for the Modern Marketing Support Group, folks, starts on Monday. Okay? And that's with like amazing bonuses. So it's free to join it. I like to get people into that group because it just is so much easier to speak to a collected group of people who want to hear from Socialize LA. So that's the reason why you have a free group, right? Because people want to learn about modern marketing from Socialize LA. So there, I know people are super interested, and then I can give you what you need, ask you, what do you need? But let me talk to you a little bit about the Flex Your Influence community. If you enjoy learning from me, learning from Farron, learning from the team, and you are doing your social media, your email marketing, your everything on your own, or you have an in-house team member who you are trying to manage on your own, this is for you. This membership was completely created especially for you. Let me just tell you what we accomplished there. Our members come in with, does this email subject line look good? How does this sound? Or I'm getting stuck on this. And in response, not only do they get responses from myself and from Farron and from our team, but they get responses from other business owners and marketing minds within the community. I am seeing a transformation in people who have been in the community for 3 months, 12 months, where they came in super confused about marketing, and now they are next leveling with creating new videos and streamlined email sequences. And I mean, it's just about leveling up and not having to do it alone. So I want to invite you to be a part of this community. It's a monthly subscription or it's an annual subscription. And so I want to invite you to come in. It's a great way to work with me if you don't want to, retain our services monthly to do this for you, or, on a one-on-one basis. It is a group basis, and it makes it accessible to so many small business owners. And that's why I did it. That's why I launched this 3 years ago and basically kept it in beta for about 2 years, because I just wanted to make sure that we were doing everything that was going to help business owners to move forward. And so I want to invite you. And if you have any questions about that, please DM me, DM us, and yes, and we will answer all the questions. Monica says, small steps for big moves. Thanks, Team Socialize LA. So Monica, she is the owner of Evolving by Design. She is one of our beloved clients, and I am honored to support her company as an outsourced CMO, a fractional CMO, however you would like to say it. But it is just an honor to be able to work with these small businesses and to see all the amazing things they're doing. I just had a conversation with her, and she's telling me about all these amazing things happening in her company. And I mean, talk about motivation. So anyway, surround yourselves with like-minded people. That's another really big tip. But I want to see you inside the Flex Your Influence community. I want to serve you in that way. And if you have questions, again, take a look, socializela.com/enroll. You'll see everything that's included. You can't enroll just yet, but sign up for the wait list and we will get you the information as soon as possible. And also, if you're in modern marketing, open enrollment starts for you Monday. I'll talk to you soon. Bye, everyone.